Death is a very raw topic for me. When I was 25, my dad was diagnosed with cancer and he died rather quickly, like within a month of us finding out. I actually watched him die. My mom, my sister, my grandparents and I, we were standing there when he died. Being raised in a household of miraculous healings, it was very conflicting for me to watch my dad die, especially with my grandmother who was miraculously healed of an incurable disease to also be standing there. I had loads of questions for God that I still do not have answers to this day. So that was a very painful thing. I can't really accurately describe what it's like to watch someone that you love and care for, and you know that loves and cares for you more than life itself, just to die and then to not be there anymore, and then they just stop breathing, and then their spirit and soul is lifted out of their body and they're just, life is over. It's the rawest thing I've ever experienced, and it shattered me. Like it shattered me at my core. It shattered my spirit at its core. It was very painful. All of a sudden, anything that any comfort I felt, all of a sudden I didn't feel comfortable anymore. I like describe it as like you're laying under the sheets of a bed and you're comfortable, and somebody rips the covers off of you and you're just cold and you feel alone and you feel insecure. And like for it being my dad that died, it's like I definitely had a lot of comfort and that assurance that he was taking care of me and watching over me and things like that. And then he was gone. It broke my heart. I've learned a lot about death though because of that experience. I've learned that death is a being, and we experience death multiple times in our life. Whether we experience the death of a loved one or a job or a friendship or just a season of life, like we're all going to experience death at multiple times in our life. We're all going to experience the end of something and the beginning of something new at multiple times. And it brings a lot of grief into us. Like it brings a lot of anger and depression and guilt and all of these things. We have to process all those things when we experience them. During that time, I really had to learn how to trust Holy Spirit, that I didn't put negative things into my life that were going to make, crush me even more. Like I really had to rely on my relationship with Holy Spirit more than anything during that time. And it also was like a time in my life where I felt like God was saying to me, like, your whole life, like I've poured so much into you and I've given so much to you as you've grown up and stuff, and now you have to like apply it, and you have to be an adult, and you have to apply those things, and you have to search me out and like really lean in and press into. I had to press into his love. I had to press into his security. I had to press into his confidence and his assurance, because I was minus all those things. All of a sudden I had a deficit. I didn't have my dad. I had a deficit of love. I had a deficit of protection. I had a deficit of all of those things, and I desperately needed them. And it's so easy to put a substance into our life when we have a deficit of something we've always had. And I, during that time, really trusted that, okay, I have a deficit and I need to find something that's going to fill me up. That's not going to be a substance, but that's going to be more powerful than like drugs or alcohol or whatever like we might put inside of our lives, or a relationship. Like I didn't want to go put a relationship into my life to fill that. I really wanted God to be my, security focal point in that, and find like love in the depth of that. That's something can't be taken from us. Like if you lose someone so dear to you, but like you lose something that's so important to you, like a job or your identity or whatever, it's like, but then you've got God there, and you know that stability, and you know that voice, and you know that love and that assurance that he gives. That can't be taken away from us. And so I attribute my relationship with him to being able to navigate through the season of death that I experienced, and being able to lean on him, and really be okay through it all.